Guys, hope you're doing well. So, yeah, something a bit different for me today. Not used to making content on YouTube that often. But we had a conversation in my stream yesterday. If some of you were there, you'd known that this was sort of an idea. You didn't have a clue what the flight was, but it was sort of an idea in the making that we were going to record some content for YouTube. So obviously we spoke about in the Twitch stream that my flights usually range from sort of an hour to 2 hours. And then if they're not an hour, 2 hours, they will end up being sort of your 8-9 split stream long hauls. So we never really get sort of 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour flights on regular basis. So just as a way of people being able to watch my content on demand and not having to be in the live stream at the time, I thought we'd take some time to record some content for YouTube. So I'm going to try and take at least a couple of days a month to get out a regular YouTube video, be it either controlling or a full flight video. Obviously, it's not going to be a full flight. I'm not going to do this flight for 2.5 hours and put the whole video up, but I'll cut it up and hopefully it should end up being quite good. So, what are we actually doing today? We are flying this EasyJet A320, the Sharklets livery, Golf Echo Zulu Whiskey Hotel, from here in Gatwick down to Dubrovnik. I did have a couple of other places in mind. I really want to do Aqaba as one of the ones in the next couple of weeks, which I think will be quite cool. But yeah, we're going to start off with this one down to Dubrovnik first of all. So flight time's about 2.5 hours, sort of travelling over Central Europe, obviously out via Gatwick. I think it's a 2-6 left departure this morning. I think that's what they're operating on. Down through Brussels, down through Germany, over the top of, or I think we more or less just tip Italy and then into Croatia, more or less travel the length of Croatia, then into Dubrovnik at about probably about 3 o'clock this afternoon. So it's about 12:30 at the moment. So yeah, hopefully arriving into Dubrovnik with good time. So yeah, I mean, it's the first time for me, so I don't really know how it's going to go down. But yeah, anything you notice in the video, please do feel free to comment on ways that I can improve, and because it's all very new for me, the YouTube. I like to think that we've got the Twitch stuff down to a T, but I've not quite mastered YouTube yet. But you never know. We have to start somewhere. So anyway, let's jump into the flight deck and get this flight set up for Dubrovnik. So I will start by actually connecting some power up to the aircraft. That would also usually be quite useful. So we start with the batteries on, and we get the external power on. Didn't like that. There you go. Cool, we go pucks on as a standard cruiser plan straight away. We are on VATSIM as well today, so hopefully, I haven't actually checked the ATC, but hopefully we'll get a bit of ATC on the way out of here, which will be quite nice. So first thing that we're jumping to do, we'll align the RSs, we'll set those to nav, and we will head down here, brighten these up, and start the boarding of the passengers. Yeah, by the looks of it, we've actually got full ATC out of Gatwick today. I don't know how much we'll have en route. Obviously, I'm not going to keep the recording of the en route stuff in there, but yeah, we might get some ATC en route, and then maybe something into Dubrovnik. We'll have to wait and see. Right, cool. Let's go and start the boarding. Oh, would help if I could actually click the button correctly. So we go AOP menu, we go to initialization page, we go init data request. So we are operating Uniform Tango 8517, which, there you go. I was hoping that it would do that. Uniform 2 8517, which is our flight number, but our call sign ATC wise is going to be EZY35 Papa Juliet today. It's the Gatwick Dubrovnik service, and it's about a 2-hour 19 flight down to there today. Standard time of departure, I won't worry about that too much. We'll just sort of delete that and let it do its thing. Yeah, the time's a couple of minutes behind, but yeah, that's about right. And we'll send that across. Just 10 tons on the dot for the block fuel today, and then 6 for the trip. So, yeah, we must have a pretty lengthy alternate if we're taking 4,000 additional tons. Interesting. Okay, cool. That's done. So we will go and start the boarding with 61.6. I won't worry too much about GSX of the boarding today. I'll just do instant and request that and just chuck that on just to sort of get things moving and speed things along. And then we head to our... Obviously, with SimBrief, it's automatically put things in. So, if I head over to plan, you'll be able to see that Minfo's in there. But obviously, we need to go and chuck in our actual departures. So, for Gatwick, it is the 26 left departure. And it's going to be via the Minfo 1 mic departure. Which takes out sort of south of the UK, south of Heathrow. We go out of the UK via Dover. And then into Brussels. That's all fine. Just while we're in it, we'll do our init data page. So we go 0 fuel weight. Usually we would wait for our boarding to be done. But we've done instant boarding today. So we can just chuck on 0 fuel weight and that stuff and just carry on. We go block fuel with 10 tons. And there is an 8 up at the moment. So I will go and grab the departure rates in our received messages. So as most people will know in my stream, I very rarely look at the load sheet unless it's the final load sheet, which this is one. Usually we get the preliminary load sheet, but yeah, we got our final one today. So it's 145 passengers and 0 infants with a 0 fuel weight of 61.6 today. So we'll accept that because that's what we know we've loaded on. Message just telling us about our estimated off blocks time and stuff like that. And taxi time, 22 minutes. I mean Gatwick sometimes, but yeah. So what we got, Gatwick information, Foxtrot, the wind, 20 degrees at 7. So, yep, definitely a 26 left departure. What we got, QNH 1017. So, again, chuck in 1017 on both sides. Or 3 sides. Acknowledge of information, Foxtrot on first contact. So, yeah, as said earlier, we've got Gatwick delivery, Gatwick ground, Gatwick tower. No London on at the moment. But yeah, hopefully some nice ATC out of Gatwick. So, if you're not too familiar with the side of the ATC stuff, then hopefully this will help you out a bit. Hopefully. So, we switch that back to plan just to have a quick look at that. So, I will have the charts. I don't know. I don't really know if you guys want me to sort of bring up the charts on stream. Obviously, I've got them on my other screen at the moment. I don't know whether in future videos you want to see me bring up the chart or sort of show you our routing. Do let me know down in the comments if that's something that you want to see. And yeah, I can easily do that next time. But yeah. Right, let's go and set VORs on both sides. We go constraints on both sides. And so initial climb on the Minfo 1 mic. So with the London airspace, it's very tight. So we've got 4,000, which takes us out to the Detlin 29 waypoint, and then we've got 5,000 feet at Acorn, and then 6,000 feet at Minfo. So our initial one is 4,000 feet. We'll just set it to 4,000. I mean, there's no London online, so most likely, even before we reach Acorn and we reach Minfo, we'll most likely climb up to our cruise, which is cruise level today's flight level 350. So excellent. RS align is in 3 minutes. So just while we're waiting for that to be done, we'll head and do our performance. So, yes, I do have an EFB view set up. Right, let's go take off. We'll go Gatwick as our airport. And we'll leave it as flex optimum, see what it gives us, unless it gives us a very wacky level of flaps and a very wacky flex temp. We'll see what it gives us and take it from there. Anti-ice off, air conditioning can come on. And we'll select 26 left full length. I mean, I've heard that flaps free isn't the most uncommon thing in the world. But yeah, I'm just going to set it flat 1 and see what it gives us. So we got 152, 152, 153, flat 1, down 0.4, and then flex temp 56. Yeah, I don't really know the difference between all the flap settings. I know, obviously, the shorter the runway, sometimes the larger the flap setting. I mean, I'm not too sure on what the actual correct explanation of it is, but I'm sure someone in the comments will let me know. So flat 1, down 0.4, and then flex temp 56. So that is perfect, and everything is good in there. Cool, so we get the flight plan back up there, and we'll head to our progress page. And we're chucking Gatwick 26 left. And still got about 2 minutes to line for RSs. So we do have delivery on 121905. Haven't actually looked at the ATC situation. So there is 13 depths on the ground at Gatwick. So yeah, not too busy for a Sunday afternoon. It is about 12:30, so everyone's sort of awake in Europe now. So yeah, it's not too busy. It's quite nice. Should get out of here without too many issues. Just before we do go and call up for clearance, we go strobe to auto, nav and logo light to 1. We'll bring the seatbelt signs on the no smoking to auto. Emergency lights armed. And we go and boot up our APU. Cool. Excellent. We'll let that do its thing and let it start up. We're going to call delivery now. So delivery's on 12195. Obviously, you can hear the APU starting up in the back. Was that the APU or was that to a toilet? I'm not actually too sure. Right, 12195. So yeah, I hopefully this will also help people that are... because obviously I know the controlling side of things for me. I know a lot of people come in and ask, like, how do you get used to VATSIM, blah, 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 blah. So hopefully it might help a bit in terms of those people that are interested in getting themselves onto VATSIM and, yeah, just explaining how things go. So we're tuned to 12195 and we'll get some ATC audio on. So that should hopefully pop through now. So the first thing we want to report to Gatwick Gatwick delivery is our stand number. So 135, we're an A320. The Q&H, we've got 1017, and the information at Gatwick is Foxtrot, which we looked at earlier. And then hopefully should get our clearance via Minfo 1 mic, and then should be given our squawk. So let's go and get a radio check first and see what they say. Gatwick delivery, good afternoon, EZY35 Papa Juliet, request radio check.
Oh god, here he is. EZY35 Papa Juliet, Gatwick ground. Delivery, good afternoon. Readability 5.
Gotcha. So, that's what you... that's what you get when you're usually not streaming and they see your name and it's like, oh god, look who it is. Okay, well there you go. That's our welcome for Gatwick delivery today. So there you go.
Yeah, with delivery, good afternoon.
Right, looks like someone's just popped in to get their clearance. Let's go and select our APU, please.
743 Gatwick delivery, good afternoon. Clearances to Geneva. Balkan 1 X-ray departure squawk 4232.
Fantastic. While we're waiting to get that clearance, we will go and do
Alright, clear to Geneva via the Dubrovnik.
We go and get our tow in position, or truck in position to get us pushed back.
It's the Balkan 1 X-ray departure.
So yeah, just gotta wait for this guy to get his clearance. Then once he's got his clearance, then we're calling for ours. So yeah, I think we're pretty much good to go. 4 first feet as we said, QH1017, APU's all started.
743, correct, report fully ready.
Pretty much good to go. And Gatwick delivery, EZY35 Papa Juliet 320, stand 135, QH1017 with Foxtrot clearance, please, to Dubrovnik.
EZY35 Papa Juliet, clear Dubrovnik, Minfo 1 mic departure, squawk 7225.
A clearance to Dubrovnik, Minfo 1 mic departure, and the squawk 7225, EZY35 Papa Juliet.
EZY35 Papa Juliet, correct, report fully ready.
Okay. Excellent. So that was a nice quick clearance. So Minfo 1 mic, as we said, and the squawk is 7225. So we set that to on. We're going to lock our cockpit door. So I assume we get nose left tail right. I'm going to select that in, and hopefully that's what we're given. Cool. Excellent. So Minfo 1 mic 7225, and we're call for push. And EZY35 Papa Juliet, request push.
35 Papa Juliet, hold position, contact ground 121.8, bye-bye.
Hold position, ground 121.8. Cheers, EZY35 Papa Juliet.
See ya.
So, yeah, obviously, dealt with delivery now, and then we go over to ground for the push, so we go and switch to 1218. Go ground, good afternoon, EZY35 Papa Juliet, stand 135, request push, please.
EZY35 Papa Juliet, Gatwick ground, good afternoon, stand 135, push and start, approved face east, QH1017.
Push start approved face east and 1017, EZY35 Papa Juliet. So is east the direction that I want to be going in? Oh, thank God for that. There's nothing worse. Anyone that's a P3D user will know that once you plan in GSX and you get push and start, that you beg they give you the direction that you want. Because otherwise it's a nightmare. Right, anyway, power brakes released. Oh, it would help if I actually remove the stuff here. Hang on. Connections, GPU, and the chocks.
Command check completed. Bypass inserted. Start at will.
Got double GSX. Right, cool. We go off blocks time there. And we're going to keep pushing. Dubrovnik, here we come. So, yeah, guys, again, I don't know whether I will sort of shorten that down in the next video or whatnot. Again, it's very much a learning experience for me because I'm very, very new for all this YouTube content creating stuff. So we'll have to wait and see. I've now had an obs who said hi to me. Hello. Right, cool. Let's go. We will start with engine number 1. I think they start with 1. In before the comments are going to say, no, you got to start number 2. Right. So we go, sorry, ignition start. And we're going to boot up number 1. And another ping from Gatwick Tower. It's always the way.
We're here primarily for your safety as well as your comfort. Safety in mind, we'd like to ask for your full attention whilst we take you through the safety procedures on this Airbus aircraft.
Right, excellent. Waiting for a good start on number 1. I can guarantee there's going to be comments that I'm going to be doing things wrong. I bet you any money I'll balls things up. Right, excellent. We're set by brakes.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Right, let me know in the comments if anyone actually waits for a full good engine start before they start the end, before they confirm in GSX that they've got a good engine start. So I don't know anyone that does. So we're going to confirm a good engine start then. So we've got a good start number 1. And we've still got ignition starting with boot up number 2. And hopefully starts in an N2 rock. Yeah, okay. Alright, look, no one saw anything. Anyone that puts the timestamp in the comments is getting banned. From Twitch as well. Oh, man. Jesus Christ.
Unlocking gear.
Right, excellent. They're unlocking gear. We're getting a good start on number 2 there.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Excellent. Good start number 2. So we're going to set ignition mode normal. We're going to arm the ground spoilers. As we said, flaps 1, so we're going to set that. If that wants to work. There you go, flaps 1. We're going to get terrain on that side. And then just go and deal with our overhead stuff. So we go APU off. We go beacon and wing light on. Taxi light can come on. And then trim-wise, we said down 0.4. So we say that's, yeah, somewhat down 0.4. That'll do. We go system 1 and then PWS to auto. And we'll just do a flight control check before we get moving. And then we call for taxi. So flight controls. Keep up there. We go full left. Full right. Full up. Full down. Rudder. Full left. And full right. Check. Cool. Fantastic. So we'll turn the tiller on there. And we'll call for taxi. EZY35 Papa Juliet, request taxi.
EZY35 Papa Juliet. Thank you. Taxi holding point Alpha 3, runway 26 left 5 Kilo, Papa and Alpha November.
A Kilo Papa and Alpha November, holding point Alpha 3, EZY35 Papa Juliet.
Skyways 2022, give way to the EasyJet A320.
Cool, excellent. We go power and rake off.
EZY35 Papa Juliet via F1, line up runway 26 left.
RF1 line up runway 26 left, EZY35 Papa Juliet. Yeah, it looks like Gatwick ground and delivery's locked off. So yeah, Tower's going to be taking that responsibility. Right, excellent. So we're behind this company here. So we're going line up. So we go lights. Again, I apologise if I'm doing anything in the wrong order. But TCAS TAR8. Make sure you get a wriggle on, unlike me. So we're clear on the runway on the right-hand side. Obviously, we've got the guy rolling there. And then on the approach path, everything looks pretty clear.
Just a 43 Alpha, Garage Tower, hello, standby. EZ27 Golf Hotel, you're ready to copy your clearance.
Hi, firm.
EZ27 Golf Hotel, cleared Edinburgh, Lambourne 6, Mike departure.
Swing it round. So, Jesus Christ. I don't know where he's all over the gaff. So there's that Iceland there from earlier as well. So he's going that way. So it looks like, oh, Jesus Christ. Okay then. Runway 26 left, clear takeoff. EZ35 Papa Juliet. Cool, fantastic. We'll turn things up there. It doesn't look like there's any ATC after, so we go 1228. We'll turn you off there. And we'll get out of here to Dubrovnik. Let's go. Cool, Manflex, SRS, runway, ultra thrust is blue, checked. $80 knots. Nice long takeoff roll with the flat one and the low flex. V1 rotates. Jesus, using up the majority of that runway. Positive rate, gear up. Nav. Oh, a lovely autosave on departure. There you go.
Good afternoon.
Beautiful. Gatwick, see you later.
69, 60,000, ready for taxi.
Oh, I forgot to set my chrono. Right, we're taking first climb nav. We go AP1 to do this turn. We're going to keep the speed low just while we do this turn. If you've flown out of Gatwick before, you know this turn is an absolute nightmare.
Alright, taxi the equipment, Charlie.
Lovely. Dubrovnik, here we come. Hopefully the weather... Well, the weather's actually quite nice in the south of the UK today, actually.
Charlie, Quebec, hold short Juliet.
There you go, look at that. Beautiful.
EZ35 Papa Juliet, 1 Unicorn 122, that's my late bye.
A Unicorn 122, cheers, EZ35 Papa Juliet. Cool, fantastic. So that was our switch to Unicom. And we got to switch over to 122.8. Fantastic. We go flaps up. And on our way to Dubrovnik. So yeah, we're probably just hold 4,000 feet. Probably just hold 4,000 feet while we do this. Probably not, actually, while we're climbing. And now we've taken that flap, so we probably don't really want to stall out the sky. So let's put it into managed. 220 should be fine now we're doing this turn. The sounds are beautiful. So yeah, I think we'll try and do some sort of, like, I don't know whether we do some sort of, like, cinematics in the cruise to, for like a couple of minutes and then sort of come back when we're ready to land. So I think how we're going to do it is we're going to do, like, when we're about, usually what we do in the stream is about 80 miles from top of descent. We plan our arrival. And then once we've done that, we'll come back. Or once we get a bit closer, we're like, sort of passing on 8,000 feet, we'll come back and do the actual arrival into Dubrovnik. Frames are always lovely out of Gatwick. Right, so what was my cruise again? A 350. Of course, we go thrust climb, open climb, flight level 350 blue. Ground spoilers, we're disarmed. Absolutely stunning departure. It's not quite exactly MSFS ground scenery or X-Plane True Earth, but, I mean, it's certainly... I mean, the plane is all you need for this sim. This plane gives you enough. So, yeah, what we'll probably do is we're probably getting up to sort of 10,000 feet, and then after that I'll probably do sort of like a wing view or maybe some cinematics or something like that for the crew, for our climb up. I'll try and get something like that for you guys. Right, excellent. Passing through 6,000 feet. So transition altitude in the UK, we're Pulse Standard. Standards and standard there. And yeah, it's about 2.5 hours to Dubrovnik. Right, excellent. I know we're not passed through Flight Level 100 yet, but we're more or less going to be passing through it any minute. So we'll probably just take lights off now. And what I will probably do is leave you with the wing view. And, yeah, I'll say that I'll see you when we're about 20 minutes out from Dubrovnik. Right, guys, hope you enjoyed that first bit. And, yeah, see you in a moment. Good afternoon again, guys. Welcome back. Somewhere just north of Pula. Just travelling down the coast of Croatia. Had quite a few issues en route with audio and sim crashes. So we have had to restart the PC. So it's got... I've just taken away the chrono and the block time. But that's okay. We are approaching... probably about 40 miles. I did say about 80 miles. But yeah, about 40 miles to the top of descent. So what we're going to have a look at... have a quick look at the arrival. It looks like it's going to be a runway 11 arrival, but the winds are 290 degrees at 7. So it looks like something to do with their preferential runway, that they still use the ILS for runway 11. So let's go and have a look at the arrival. Let's go and chuck it in. We're chucking the arrival now, and then what I'll do is once we've done that, we'll hit top of descent, and then after that we'll probably do a little time lapse until we get somewhat close to final. So, let's go and quickly chuck in all the details and stuff like that. So, we'll hop down here. Yeah, it wants to enter the destination data as we thought. So, we go with Dubrovnik. We'll have a look at the arrival. It's going to be the ILS Zulu runway 11 And then if anyone has flown into Dubrovnik, you'll know that it's quite a nice, straightforward arrival. So it's the Nera 8 Alpha. It's Nova. It's more or less just a direct arrival into the ILS, which works out pretty much perfect for us. So, yeah, that keeps top of descent just under about 40 miles still. Okay, perfect. What we'll do now, we've chucked that in. We're just going to have a quick look to make sure that looks like what it should be. So, like I said, it's literally a straight-in arrival to the ILS. So, we'll have a quick look and make sure that we've got our establishing point. And we should be establishing at... the altitude for establishing is 4,000 at Delta Uniform 402. And then it's 2,600 to hit the glide from 8 DME Dubrovnik. Or the 6.5 DME India Delta Uniform. Or the Foxtrot India 11 Zulu. So there you go. You can see it on there. 2,600 just popping in. Cool. Excellent. So that's in. We'll go and have a quick look at the ATIS. So we've been given stand 5 for the arrival into Dubrovnik. I'm not 100% sure if that's right. Stand 5. That's one of the remote ones. So we might just completely ignore that and just end up at the terminal because the terminal's funner, if that's a word. Right, let's have a look. Weather ATIS and see what it gives us. So weather ATIS. I was messing about with that on the ground at Gatwick, wasn't I? Right, Metar, Dubrovnik, let's have a quick look. So yeah, as I said, even though the winds would suggest a different runway, it is going to be runway 11 for the arrival. Runway 11, is that right? Yeah, the ILS runway. So the wind 27 degrees at 7, so that could make things slightly interesting. Quite a varying wind, which is somewhat to be expected at Dubrovnik. Oh, I'm just going to clear out this discontinuity while we're seeing it. I think they're literally on top of each other, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Now we've got those details, we head over into the descent page and we're chucking the details here. So we've got QNH 1018. The temperature Dubrovnik is 19. I'd expect a bit... I thought it might be a bit hotter for sort of the afternoon in somewhere like Dubrovnik. Maybe not. The wind 27 degrees at 7. I'll probably do a config freeland just because the winds are obviously varying. It's obviously not the direction that we really are landing on, but yeah. Also, I have had to disconnect from VATSIM just to a few audio issues. For some reason, the audio on this flight has just absolutely broken in half, so I didn't really want to restart my PC, but it's working for the video because I'm recording on my other computer, but it's just not working for VATSIM. So just for this, I've disconnected from VATSIM, but by the looks of things, there's no ATC into Dubrovnik anyway. It's not looking busy at all into there, so it probably wouldn't make much of a difference anyway. So, minimums to the ILS runway 11, we've got 726. So let's go and chuck in 726 for minimums. So we just check 1018, which we've got in there. 19 for the temperature. The wind 27 degrees at 7. The baro, or the minimum, 726. And we've got a config free landing. Lovely jubbly. Most likely our order break setting will change. So in terms of vacating, the Orbeck scenery doesn't have the Golf and the Foxtrot. So the Foxtrot holding point at the end of runway 2, at the start of runway 29 and the Golf taxiway. So we're looking to get it off at Echo. So we're going to set we're going to set medium order break as that's set there on the TCA. I probably will need to bug that in again, but at least it's in there ready for the arrival. And then parking in terms of vacating, it'll be a right onto Golf. Follow it all the way around, probably stand 12, stand 14 at the terminal, something like that. But we can worry about chucking the stand in once we actually land and stuff like that. Cool, excellent. Apparently, I've left the seatbelt signs on the whole way, so there you go. We haven't let the passengers roam free, so there you go. It's we're saying it's been a bit turbulent on the flight. That's what we're roll with. Cool. Initial descent for us is going to be flight level 210. That's sort of, oh, well, I suppose I could pick something like 240 if it was on something like Eurocontrol potentially down here. So we're set 210. Everything up there is looking good for the descent. We've done our destination data. We've briefed the arrival. We've chucked the arrival in. We've checked the minimums. And, yeah, we just wait until we hit top of descent. So I will try and do another one of the time lapses. Again, I'm very new to all this editing and doing YouTube videos, so it might not be very good, but I'm going to try my best. Right, I'm going to try my best. Right, cool, there we go. So we go 240, and we got for a lidl descent, flight level 240 blue.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt sign has now been switched on, indicating our final descents. If you're moving around the cabin, we now ask you return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt. We'll shortly pass through the cabin with one final rubbish collection, please do help us by handing in any rubbish or unwanted newspapers or magazines. Your tray table needs to be stowed away, your armrests are down, your window...
Right, he's waffling too much. So what I'll probably do is leave you with a... I might go with a cockpit view this time. I might go with a cockpit view for the descent so you can sort of see the whole arrival. And then I reckon we'll come back on passing through sort of 8,000, 7,000 feet, something like that. And yeah, I'll just time-lapse in from there. Right, guys, see you in a couple of seconds. Welcome back. I thought this was a pretty good point to return. Just approaching flight level 100, just reached descent. We were going very, very quick in that descent. So let's jump back into the seat. We'll again get our lights on, passing through flight level 100. And we've got just over 30 miles to run, which is pretty much slap bang on where we want to be. Speed's coming back nicely. We can do that because the profile, obviously, we were coming down at such a steep rate. I don't know if the time lapse really puts justice on that, but we was coming down at some quick rate. There you go, just traveling up the coast of Croatia. So yeah, also, just while I was in that little time lapse there, I was thinking about like what we could do for a next video or something like that. So obviously I was saying with the YouTube videos, we've got more of an opportunity to do literally any flight. So if there's any flight suggestions or anything that you want to see specific on the channel, specific aircraft, I mean, we've got more or less any aircraft that you want to see, any route that you want to see, we can pretty much do. Yeah, just let me know. It's much better. It's really good to do this for the YouTube because we are limited in what we can do on streams because obviously I have to sit there the whole time. So we usually only do sort of 2-hour flights. We can get 2 flights in, or if we do a split stream, they're like 9 hours, 10 hours, and then we usually do 2 halves of a stream. But yeah, whatever flight time. If you want flight times to be 20 minutes, if you want flight times to be 18 hours, then yeah, just comment down below on some of the flights that you would like to see on the channel, and 100% will do them. Right, excellent. So it's asking us to set our QNH. So for now, what we're going to do is we're going to set our next descent. So 4,000 feet. I mean, we could set 2,600. So if I set like 2,600 anyway, it will automatically still stick to the 40 restriction anyway. So it doesn't really matter what we set. So we set 2,600 and we're going to grab the QNH. So QNH from earlier was 1018. So we'll go and chuck that in. It was 1017 earlier at Gatwick. And it's 1018 down here in Dubrovnik. Bit nicer weather than Gatwick. Slightly hotter. Slightly hotter for the arrival. It's always a nice approach into Dubrovnik. The scenery is in a bit of a need of an update in terms of like the new taxiway, but it doesn't matter. Dubrovnik is a lovely place to land into. We've done it many a times on the stream. Many a times we've done Dubrovnik. Cool. So I am just going to chuck a little direct in. It does look like there isn't too many issues, but we did have a slight discontinuity. So I'm just going to go direct to Delta Uniform 402. Yeah, it looked like it sort of... There was sort of 2 waypoints on top of each. I'm not really too sure what the reasoning was on that. But we go LS. And we'll also start looking to slow down. We don't want to be going too quick because we haven't got the greatest amount of miles to run. So what I'm going to probably do is get a bit of speed brake out. Just take a full speed brake. That should slow us down pretty nicely. Or at least allow us a bit of drag and lose a bit of speed. Very much looking forward to this arrival. This is what you fly 2.5 hours for. It's a shame about the timings and stuff like that. We can't look at what our block time was and stuff like that because the bloody sim crashed, but hey, it's alright. No problem at all. There you go. Right, speed reduced back nicely. We're doing what, 230? 230 and descending. We're a bit high on the descent profile. That's obviously because we're reducing the speed. So, I mean, we've still got 10 miles to do. Only another 2,000 feet. So, I mean, in essence, in theory, you only need about 6-ish miles plus about another 1 or 2. So we've got a nice bit of leeway for the descent. We're just going to make sure that we got that elder brake set. No, so the FSLabs, I don't know if there's actually a reason. I'm sure someone in the comments might be able to tell me. So unless it's just because it resets now and again. But if I like set an elder brake medium or something when I'm like descending or something, it will just deselect itself. I don't know whether there's a reason behind that. I don't know. I'm sure we may get the odd the odd IRL pilot that might the odd IRL pilot that will watch the video and they might know the reasoning, or maybe there isn't a reason. Maybe that's just how it is. Maybe that is just exactly how it is. I keep meaning to go into that view. The right wing doesn't really have much of a view. It's just the med. But at least with the left-hand view, we've got that lovely view of travelling up the coast. I mean, this is definitely a place that would look quite stunning in MSFS, but not a plane that we have in MSFS just yet. Hopefully one day. Hopefully that with the Phoenix and the NG3 and stuff like that for the future. So we do have something to look forward to. I'm a bit nervous for this arrival, actually. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, a YouTube video is going to be out there for forever, so we've got to make sure that we do somewhat decent on the arrival. I'll try my best, but I can't guarantee anything. So there you go, 4,000 feet, perfect. We'll arm the approach, and we'll also go and take flat 1. So we're going to take flat 1, reduce to speed 180. We got lock star. The diamond's just coming in now, so 4,000 feet. We'll probably just stay at 4,000 feet, to be totally honest. And it just start its descent with the glide anyway. So, just in terms of go-around procedure, what have we got out of here? So, ILS runway 11. If we do need to go around, it is quite an interesting procedure for the go-around. Because obviously you've got quite a bit of terrain, so it's literally more or less a right-hand turn, and then we go out sort of to the med again. I'm not quite sure to what waypoint we go into, but yeah, we go back out to the med again. But we'll worry about that, and then the max on the turn is 200 knots. Obviously, because we do have the terrain around as well, we do have to keep an eye out for that. Right, let's glide slope star. We didn't get both of them together today, but that's all right. We can deal without that. Like I said, the Dubrovnik scenery is in need of a bit of an update in terms of the airport, but the city around it is absolutely amazing. Nice order save there from FSU IPC. But if we didn't have order save, then we would have lost this flight. Right, cool. We'll take flap 2. There's flap 2. Oh, I'm feeling the pressure. Right, cool. We're reduced speed 160. What's our final approach speed again? So final approach speed is going to be 145 with a config 3. While we're in config 3, let's go and make sure we set that on there so we don't get beeped at while we're on short final. So we got to set there. Hopefully speed will come back nicely. Here's Sam.
Hello, it's Sam. That's Kevin, secure for landing. Perfect. See you on the ground. Bye-bye.
Perfect. Transport is armed. Cool, so probably approaching about 6 miles, so we'll take flap 3. Take gear down. Gear probably should have come down a little bit before, but that's all right. I was thinking why was the speed not coming down that quickly, but yeah, I didn't realise I didn't have the gear down. There you go, gear down. And we take minimums. We go 145 now. There's not really a reason not to take minimums. Obviously, we had to disconnect from VATSIM, so the first part of the video is on VATSIM, but the second part isn't. But that's okay. We can deal with that. Right, speed back to managed. I love this arrival. Travelling up the coast is absolutely beautiful. Very impressive scenery. Very impressive. Like I said, it needed a bit of an update, but the general appeal of it is still just as stunning. I don't know if anyone remembers the old Innsbruck issue. Do you remember when it first was released and, like, the pilots would, like, it was an issue with the scenery, and no matter what you did or where you landed on the runway, your plane would just, like, bank off to the left. Comment if you're that old that you still remember that. So, I mean, that's got to be a solid 4 or 5 years ago now, surely. Surely. Right, fantastic. Let's go and get a feel for this plane. I'm not sure whether we probably should have done flaps full. If we've got the wind sort of on our tail, we really want to be at the lowest speed possible. Kind of. But flap 3 for some reason feels a hell of a lot better when you're flying the sharklets. I don't know if anyone else feels that. You watch me slam this now. You watch me slam this. Right, here we go.
Terrain.
500. 100 above.
Can definitely feel that wind a bit.
Minimum.
Minimums continue.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard 10.
That'll do. Spoilers. First screen. Definitely won't go with full reverse. We take 60 knots manual brakes. Nice. Not too bad. I've certainly done worse. A little bit floaty in the last stage there, but generally not too bad. Guys, welcome down to Innsbruck, and brings us to the end of our first YouTube video. Perfect. Right, excellent. Let's put on stand. So we're going to set up our APU. We're going to tidy up as well. Going to start you up there. And take flaps up. And then we're pulling into stand number... I'm going to take a shot and say that 12 is going to have a jetway. I mean, I kind of cheated a bit because GSX kind of told me that, but it's fine. It's fine. Guys, yeah, like I said, hope you did really enjoy that video. Again, it was only my first one, so, I mean, there's definitely probably a load of area of improvement, but I think it was cool to do something like this. I mean, it's a flight like this isn't obviously something that we do on a regular stream, so I suppose it's nice that you can sort of come over to YouTube and see this type of content. So, yeah, like I said, any other flights that you would like to see, then please do let me know. God, it's reset a few little bits since we crashed in the sim. Right, let's pull in stand number 12. Yeah, like I said, any bits that you do want to see, do let me know. I'd love to hear what you guys would like to see. Oh, don't stop. Nice. Just about. Just about keeping the momentum there. What an awful turn. It's all right. That's okay. Look like a professional. Nice. There we go. That will do pretty nicely. Not too bad. Not my finest parking, but that'll do. Right, parking brake set. And we will make sure the Apu started up, which it has. Apparently, I need the brake fans on. Engine number 2, engine number 1. And I know there's something about, like, there's a certain percentage, so I think I'm past that percentage. So we go, seatbelt signs off. Bigger than the wing light can come off, the nose light can come off. You can come off there. There you go, we go and connect the jetway up. We'll assume that the aircraft is going to stay here. One thing that I can say about this scenery, though, the performance is absolutely fantastic. I mean, that is butter. It's beautiful. Perfect. So, yeah, we're more or less assuming that the aircraft's going to be staying here for a couple of hours, or let's say that the aircraft's going to stay here overnight. So, we're going to switch you off up there. We're going to take you off. You come off there. We go with the external power. If you blink, come off. We'll head over to our connections. Ah, and our truck's already come on with the APU. Perfect. Guys. There you go. Just with a jetway to go with it. Welcome down into Innsbruck. Yeah, I thoroughly hope you enjoyed that, guys. Again, like I said, something a bit different and not something that you get to see on the channel. So, again, do let me know in the comments if you'd like to see some more of these videos. And if you would like to see some more of these videos, if you've got any sort of flight ideas or anything specific that you want to see, then please do let me know. I'd love to hear some of your suggestions. And I'd love to do some of your suggestions as well. Like I said, I don't really take a huge amount of flight suggestions on stream. So, it'd be nice for the YouTube to be able to take a few flight suggestions and stuff like that. So, yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Whatever you do on YouTube, subscribe, follow. No, that's the same thing. Like, comment, and share. I think that's what you do. That would mean the world to me. Obviously, that very much, the stuff that happens with that depends on whether I do any more. So, if it gets a great response, then definitely we'll do more. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed that flight. And that is it from Golf Echo Zulu Whiskey Hotel for this afternoon. Nice Gatwick to Dubrovnik on a Sunday afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.